Hello, this is Jcamera here, and today I'll be reviewing my second LEGO Batman original theme set from 2006, which is 7780, the Batboat Hunt the Killer Croc, which is ages 7 to 12. It has 188 pieces, and in the US originally cost $20 back in 2006. Good luck getting the set nowadays at that price, because it's god awful expensive. In fact, I had to pay just under $200 for this set. So here is the box. This shows just the two vehicles. This is when you would buy it in store, as well as an advertisement for Lego Club. Also, for this, you can actually, this is something I didn't mention in my dragster review, but for the boxes back then, you can actually, like, feel the Checkster. Sort of like you can feel this missile, you can feel this. It's really cool. Up here just shows the minifigures with some of their accessories. And the most interesting part is the back of the box, which has the features, which I'll get to in more detail when I actually review in the set. It also has the advertisements for the other sets. I've already reviewed the dragster set. I'll get to that in more detail in the instructions. Something that the dragster set didn't have is the accessories pack, which I'll get into more detail once again. And here's the comic. Killer Croc crashes through a couple of boats, then the Batboat comes to the rescue. Killer Croc shoots it down, but surprise, the little jet ski in it comes out, and Killer Croc is captured by Batman. And a website for Lego. Here's the leftover sticker sheet. You get one extra bat symbol. And here's the instructions. So you get the minifigures and the accessories, and then you build the villain vehicle. Then you get into the good guy vehicle, well, Batman's vehicle, but you know what I mean. And this has many steps, if I can mess. And then it shows the features, the alternate builds. This one looks like a bug, it's pretty bad. This one is okay, though. Like, this build sucks, but this build is decent, I will admit. I actually do kind of want to build that. The alternate builds I'll not be doing a video for like I did for the dragster set. I'm actually going to try getting the link in the description below if I can. I'll do that for both this set and the dragster. And then the set collection, as I said, I already have the dragster set. I do intend on getting all of these eventually. Here are the pieces count, advertisements, and then one of the key features of the set in the back of the instructions. And now, let's go ahead and talk about the minifigures. So here is the hero of the set, Batman. And this one is exactly the same one as you get in the dragster set, as well as the Batwing set. This one is my favorite, but let's be honest, that's only really because of the nostalgia of the Lego Batman video game and all those videos on the internet. The only complaint I really have is the cape, which, you have to take it off when putting it in the vehicle. This one, as well as the dragster one, I did replace, because it's now the newer one, because for one thing, the newer sets of Batman have better, is the cape. This one has no back printing, but it makes sense, because it's covered up by the cape. And the face, my version of the face is a little different from the dragster set, but that's okay. I do wish I had a second head, but to be fair, it was not common back then. For again, Catwoman from the previous set had it. And here is the villain of the set, Killer Croc, who is not in big fig form like he is in today's sets. Pretty good minifigure. like everyone else, I do wish there was back printing. The Green Goblin from 2002 had this, but to be fair, it was not common. The hands are black, which I don't know why it's named to represent the scales and claws. I don't know why they did that though, because Yoda had from back then had green hands. It's not the same shade of green, but also in the box, if you saw the comic, if you look closely, the hands are green. So it's just a nitpick to me. I am gonna be a little bit biased to some of the Lego Batman sets because of nostalgia. Personally, the minifig for selection at least is perfect. Now we get into the accessories. Let's start with Batman's accessories. We have these bat blades or handheld batarangs, which are used in today's DC sets. This one comes with 3 of them, like most of the sets back then. The Dragster one was one of the exceptions. For the special batarangs that are no longer used today are the spinning batarangs, which the gimmick of this is that you get a gun and you can, if I can, put this in. So like you can blow up the gun or something. Apparently this is in like old commercials. I do intend on using this in like stop motions in the future, but I haven't had to use them yet. And then we have some black handcuffs. I don't call them bat cuffs because that's just too 60s in my opinion. This is used to capture enemies for Killer Croc. One thing I hated about the Dragster set is that it should have included these to hold Catwoman captive, but nope, they didn't. And now for Killer Croc's accessories, these guns. Now, apparently, people say these are Batman's guns, which, to me, that's just out of character for him. He has used guns before, but not commonly. Killer Croc shouldn't have the guns, in my opinion, because he's never used a gun before, and I think it's just out of character for him. But anyway, here's a Tommy gun, and this regular gun. I really love this gun, even though it is pathetically tiny. I was quite surprised with the size of it. Now we get into the vehicles of the set. First we get into Killer Croc's Swamp Rider. So, for the stickers, you won't need any for these Killer Croc pieces, thankfully. So this vehicle doesn't contain any stickers, which makes it easier. These pieces here are printed and they look cool. So the thing is that's supposed to make it look scary, and there's like this here that's opened up. It's kind of like a crocodile jaw. So like when you push this, it's like eating. I think it's pretty cool. Also, in here, you can, like, squeeze in some accessories, like that tiny gun there. 1 second. Also, Killer Croc can fit in there just fine. The big, thick versions, in case you're wondering, will not fit in there. Any standard minifigure can fit in there, so Batman can also fit in there. The cape won't be able to, but this feature here is an important part of the Batboat, but I'll get to that later. You can also spin this. This vehicle has those missiles. The one thing I didn't like about the Dragster, I don't like it here either. At least you can move them down. They look cooler, and you can't really, like, move them down or whatever, unless you tip them over, but if you do end up tipping them over, especially on an accident, then you're an idiot, seriously. But the missiles could be better, but I have a soft spot for them. Nostalgia is what saves the missiles. And now for the big boy of the set. But before we get into that, we have this. 1 second. We have the little jet ski that goes inside of it, which does have one little bat symbol in there. This thing doesn't really do anything. It's really just a decoy or escape pod for Batman. And there's no real controls. Like, it's just an escape pod, basically. I remember before getting this set, I almost completed it. It was only, like, this piece, I didn't have, and I just used 2 pieces to combine that. And when I realized that was wrong, I was like, oh my god. He goes in there just fine. He looks like he's relaxing, which is what you want for your hero. Just like with the Croc vehicle, it has this little thing that attaches to the Batboat. Speaking of the Batboat, speaking of the devil, we have the Batboat itself. So, one thing I should know is that in the instructions, it tells you to put the pieces on the cockpit like this, but in like the box and like everything else, like packaging wise, it tells you to have everything like this. However, a lot of people, including myself, prefer it to be on the very last side because it looks more natural and better to me. This doesn't really have any obvious weapons in it. You could say these are guns and these are lights as well as here. The only thing I don't like about this vehicle is that these pieces here break very easily. And you don't have anything to really support it there. These pieces here are stickers. Inside the cockpit, Batman fits in just fine. There's like 3 studs in there. Even though it doesn't look like it here, there's a bit of room there. And can also squeeze in some accessories here. Like, the Tommy gun will not be able to fit, though. In fact, not all the accessories in general will be able to fix. So, yeah, that's good. So, you can just put it in like this. Okay, we need to get the battery. Okay, oops, see what I mean when I said that those pieces with those backup lights were weak? That's a great example of that. Yeah, just the back cuffs and the gun would do. You won't fit in every accessory ever, like, only, like, 2 or 3, I'd say. Also in there's, like, a little panel, like, searching for vehicles or missiles or objects. And then these are, like, controls and panels. This piece here is almost like a seat belt, if Batman isn't laying back. I like that these things can, like, turn with each other, which makes things so much easier when you're putting it on the shelf and whatever. You can move these, but you can't completely move them in. Makes it look better, but something about it's a little distracting. These pieces here, before I look at that, actually, I just wanted to show you this. These pieces here are very rare. In fact, this is the only set that I know of. That and maybe the 2015 Batboat set has these. I can't really get rid of them, but you know what I mean? And then the final feature with, like, the other vehicles and the gimmick of the set is this. So, like, this vehicle can store in this. So, like, you can put, there's a hole there, and it was, like, that sticking out thing. So you can, you have to lift it up a little bit, I should mention, but once you get it right, it fits in well. 1 second. Also, with that Croc vehicle, you can also do that. You can also tow it. 1 second. So you can tow it like this, like he's capturing the vehicle. You can also, like, extra capture Croc, as I call it. Give him these handcuffs, and then just plump him in here. Now, if you want to do this, you have to lift, like, the front of it up so he can fit, but after that, he'll fit it on just fine. And then Batman's, like, towing it, so I think it's a cool little detail that they did there. I think it's the only vehicle that can really get arrested. You can arrest characters in the other set, but this is the only one where vehicles can get arrested, sort of. There's no jail for, like, vehicles. In fact, the Arkham Asylum set can't store vehicles, really, so... So, overall, this set is great. The minifigure selection's a perfect choice. There's a lot of nostalgia in it. However, I will admit that the guns just don't make sense and should not have been in the set, and there are a few things that definitely need improvement on the vehicles. So overall, I give this set an 8.3 out of 10, a very high one in that number. Same with the Dragster, that one was a very high 7.4 for what I gave it. Now, I'm not going to promise on the... Now, this is the last video before that isn't going to be edited. So, hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Peace out. Bow, bow, bow.